Let's go ahead and open the chest. And we're good. And we got a blue from it, the Bringer of Death. Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to give you a quick technique that I found on the beta for farming chests in dungeons as a rogue, mainly in Steamvaults and Underbog. This technique is for rogues. You might be able to pull off something on a druid, but this is a rogue technique mainly. So if you don't play rogue, I apologize, but you probably, like that paladin that just ran by, have some other ways of making gold once TBC comes out. So right now I'm playing in the beta. This works as of, what is today? The 18th of May. Yeah, let's get started. I wanted to make sure I go over the talents that you need to make this work. Cheat Death for sure. And Shadowstep. So the standard subtlety PvP spec is 100% viable for this. So you definitely need those talents to make the technique work in the Underbog. You can probably get away with just using a standard combat build in Steamvaults. So as far as gear goes, none of this gear, I just literally made this character. I don't have anything enchanted, I don't have anything gemmed, I have very low health, so you should be able to accomplish this pretty early. Okay, so we're going to start with the Underbog, and the advantage of the Underbog is that you can get some herbs and some mining done in here. You may actually already be doing this run as it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through here. I'm gonna set a timer up and we'll see about how long it takes to find a chest. And I will also explain things as we go here. So one of the things that I'm thinking got nerfed is originally there was a chest that spawned here back in TBC. I haven't seen it spawn yet, and I've done this run maybe about 10 times. There is a good chance Blizzard nerfed it because this was something that people did back in vanilla. Or not vanilla, but in TBC. So this is the area where you'll need to do the big main trick for this run. So what you'll need for this is Shadowstep, a good focus macro, like I have a focus blind macro. I also have a Mouseover macro for focusing as well. So I like to focus this guy right here because he's a little bit closer to the wall. And then this other guy, what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly shadow step to him and sap him before he sees us through stealth. They do have stealth detection, so we're going to have to be super careful. So this guy's focused. This guy's a guy that we're going to jump to. We're going to Shadowstep Sap and then blind the focus and then vanish right there while we're out of line of sight. So one of the spots right here, this is what I see most often, is a chest right over here. This is the easiest one to get. I'll grab that just so we can see what kind of loot that we got. But going back to these guys right here, this is where Cheat Death becomes super helpful as well. Because if these guys hit you once, there's a good chance, especially if you have lower gear, that you're going to just instantly die without Cheat Death. They'll proc the Cheat Death and you'll be hanging out, you'll be chilling. So you have a couple tries to get this. It's not locked, so we'll just open it automatically, but sometimes it's locked and you'll need a couple tries. I'm going to continue through the run here just to show you where else I've seen the chest spawn. There's one other spot that I've seen it spawn, and that's the one that you can't get. Be careful right here. I haven't seen it until today, but sometimes officials spawn like right over here. Maybe that's the one, and they'll aggro and like kill you instantly. So just be careful with that. Having sprint up definitely helps with that. And then sometimes the boss patrol's over. Again, I've done this like about 10, 11, 12, 15 times so far, and I haven't seen it happen to me before, but for some reason today it's happening. So here's where actually a lot of the mining and herbing comes in. So as you can see, Flame Cap is definitely something that's going to be sought after. Wow. So, I mean, it's always just random whatever kind of herbs and whatever spawns there, but that is a reason for continuing through the run, going all the way through here. Grab another Ancient Lichen, I don't know. how it's actually pronounced. I thought it was lichen, but I feel like anytime I see a YouTube video, they pronounce it lichen, so maybe I'm wrong. There's another mining node right up here. There is a possibility for rich mining nodes all along here, I believe. But the chest, I think if I remember correctly, was like right here. It was somewhere in here. Yep, so here it is through the power of movie magic. Again, if you think you can come up with a creative way to get this, I am very impressed. But I don't think there's a way with these guys right here. And again, these are the guys right here that have super long aggro radius, so be careful with those. Don't think you can sneak by them without being in stealth. Actually, you know what? I'll demonstrate it right here. Here's where I would think I'd be safe, right? And there they go. Yeah, right. It's pretty decent range. I have vanish, so we'll just blow that. But yeah, you can just go through right through this way. And this will lead you back to the entrance of the dungeon where you can just hop down, run out, and reset. So again, advantages of running this dungeon over Steamvaults is you have more opportunity to herb and more opportunity to mine. I stopped a bunch of times to explain things, and I'm still at like 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Depending on what prices are going for with herbs and mines, it might be more worthwhile to do this over Steamvaults, even though Steamvaults is considerably easier. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right over to Steamvaults right now, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so next we're going to look at Steamvaults, and the advantages of Steamvaults is it's a lot safer, it's a lot faster, you can pickpocket a lot of the mobs in here, and I've also heard there's a chance of getting some kind of epic dagger from pickpocketing them. Again, I haven't seen any of those myself, I also haven't tested it a lot, so do your own research before you just believe whatever the hell I'm saying. There are, it seems like, less herbs to be gathered. I'll show you this one real quick, and we'll set the timer. And we will get moving. While fast forwarding through this first room, I wanted to let you guys know that there will always be a chest spawning in this first room, but there will also always be a chest that spawns in the second room. This first room you cannot actually get, but don't let that discourage you. There's always going to be one in the second room as well, and that's the one that we're going for. Yep, so there's one right over here. So what we need to do is we need to pull all these mobs over here, and then we need to jump in there and swim around. So these guys will path down this way to try to catch up with us and swim through the water, while we go that way and loop back around. This one's a little bit trickier than this one, which spawns pretty often, but we can still get it pretty easily. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use a little throwing weapon action, and you could even pop evasion right here just to make things a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable. Oops, don't do that, but I try to do a little backwards front hop there. You can pop Cloak of Shadows to be safe because they do cast, like that right there. Resist is nice. I also have Cheat Death to proc too, in case I get hit with this one, which is good. And you can see they're starting to go around that way. Hopefully they don't path this way. So sometimes you'll see them path this way if you did it wrong. If they do, you're gonna have to vanish. So I'm going to pop my preparation right here just to make sure I have vanish up in time. I also have sprint. Those two are necessary to make this trick work. Okay, so as soon as we get up here, we'll want to blow our sprint. And we will want to go right through here. I'm going to blow my vanish early because I don't want to get hit and die by these guys, but you can kind of cruise past them without want to. Shadowstep to that crab, save you a little bit more time. And the chest is completely open. Let's just make sure that we get there without any issues. You can unstealth just to speed up a little bit more because they still have a bit of pathing to do. And we can go ahead and open it. It may fail if it's a locked one, so you might have to try a couple times. We got a green, but we did get a scroll of strength 5, which is a valuable raid consumable. So other spots that can spawn. So that can spawn there, it can spawn here, and it can spawn right over here. But I want to talk about this pack real quick. I don't know if this is something Blizzard did to try to protect against this, but this mob right here she sometimes, if you take too long to jump in the water, will literally just stay here and wait for you to come back.
What am I gonna do?
What you need to do to combat that is just be very fast about jumping in there. If you take too long, she will stay there for some reason. So what we want to do, safe thing to do is pop evasion, but we'll pull these guys right over to this bridge right here. Nice little safe spot, like right in between these guys. We'll pop evasion just to be safe, and we're just gonna get a little bit closer there and jump in. And there we go. Just go ahead and grab your chest, and it's still gonna take them a while to run all the way through, so you have time. Okay, so some closing thoughts while I wait for these dungeons to reset real quick. I really do think Steamvaults is a lot easier, a lot safer, a lot faster than doing the other ones. You could also pickpocket. If you are hurting for some mining nodes or for some herbalism though, go ahead and do the other one. I guess we'll see what auction house prices are looking like once TBC goes live. So you can kind of weigh the benefits between herb prices and your chance of getting some good loot out of the chests. Other closing thoughts, I've done maybe somewhere between 15 and 20 of these by now. I've gotten 2 blues out of them. I've gotten a few blue gems. I've gotten scrolls. And I've gotten greens out of all the ones that I haven't gotten blues in, right? So doing these early in the expansion is when you're gonna get the most gold out of it, when people are still looking for those blues. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe. I honestly don't know if I'm going to be making very much gold making content, because that's not really a huge interest of mine. So if you're expecting more of those kinds of videos, probably go somewhere else. But I will be posting a decent amount of WoW content, so look forward to that if you're interested. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.